Hi. Uh, Day after Christmas. If I was in England, where I used to live, it would be Boxing Day. But 1:30 in the morning. I haven't slept in about 24 hours, and don't know if this is going to help. Um, yeah, I get insomnia. I guess you would call it that from time to time. Uh, Christmas Eve, I had slept a good bit during the day, catching up again on lost sleep. So Christmas Eve, I didn't sleep and did some house cleaning the morning of Christmas Day. My sister and her husband came to visit. I had a good day yesterday, a good meal. I enjoyed it, our time, and haven't been able to sleep since. I get a lot of things on my mind, and I can't seem to shut down. Some have suggested it may be a little ADHD or something else, remnants of depression, which have been with me most of my life. Is it stress? Is it anxiety? There's anxiety related with depression, of course. I can't say that I'm really worried, but I do think about a lot of things. I think a good bit about the end of the world, because I think that's where we're at. I think about how I can help others cope with the very things that I'm struggling with. Sometimes it can be feelings of guilt or shame. Shame is not so much about what you've done, but about who you are. And that's always been a problem for me most of my life. You know that I'm a Christian if you've been to this channel, and you'll say, well, that's not much of a Christian who has to deal with shame. Don't you just give that to God and it all goes away and it never comes back and there's no temptations to it? Maybe that's been your experience. It hasn't been mine. I don't feel like I'm struggling with a lack of faith or trust in God. But that can happen too, of course. Is it a mental thing? Some kind of a mental health issue? Yeah, a disorder, mood disorder maybe? There's some evidence of that in my family lineage, and I guess I can't go into a lot of detail about the family aspects of mental health because I don't want to embarrass anybody or betray any trust or confidence. I want to share in a way that would help others, and maybe this is just something that you can identify with. Maybe you can share with me. Maybe you can even share with me things that you've seen about me or know about me, or that might help. That you could help me. It's not simply me making a video to help you. I want to do that, of course, and I try to share my faith here. And by that I mean my practice, my spiritual practice, as well as my dogma, my belief in the teachings of Jesus. And I mentioned the end of the world. I believe part of his teaching is that he's returning, he's coming back. And what does it mean to be ready? What does it mean to prepare for that? Again, coping with all of the feelings, thoughts, the ideas, the sense of uncertainty that comes with wondering, not knowing what the next day brings, the future. We all face that, of course. Nobody knows exactly what the next day is going to bring, but especially for young people who are planning careers and family, it's hard to live without hope. If you lose hope in a future, if you think you're facing suffering and death, and maybe we're just talking here about a first world problem, I don't know. Everybody suffers, of course, throughout the world, but I feel a little guilty sometimes as I talk about these things, because I've got most of my basic necessities met. I have just a Social Security retirement. I don't have a lot of money. I'd be considered poor, certainly in American standards, but I have everything I need: food, shelter, clothing. Don't really have a lot of money anxieties or worries. I'd be in trouble if I lost my little Social Security check. But I trust God to provide for me, and He does. By the way, I keep seeing that little thing on the wall. You see that in the back there, in the corner? That little wall hanging? That's a memento from time in Romania in 1996. The city of Iași, and I guess that's how I pronounce it. Very prominent city, a historical place in Romania. Anyway, I kept looking at that, and it takes me back. That's a part of sleep too, going back into memories, and especially as you get older, and not always being able to switch off the brain with all these things that are on my mind. I can't share this, upload it right away, because I have a poor signal here. If I decide to go ahead and post this, you'll know that it's been because the internet man has come, the installer, and put in a new router, and I'll finally have some good access in the morning and get this to you. Anyway, I don't know if this will help me sleep, but it makes me feel a little productive to do something with this restless body and mind here at night. Sitting on the edge of my bed, I got my little turned my little light on there, LED light, and no special. I'm just using my phone camera and my microphone, so I don't know what the sound quality will be like, but we're going to go with this. And this is me in the middle of the night, and sharing my thoughts. Maybe you can say something in the comments, respond, and we'll just have a conversation, a little bit of a dialogue, and that might be all it needs to help each of us with another day of living. God bless you, and take care, and thanks for your time.